So what was that movie? It was
In a land where meats are plenty, Jordan eats them all. Rated R.
Starts next Friday, guys.
Starting next Friday. We got a release date.
That's right.
Starts Friday.
Mr. Meaty's
Mr.
Adventure.
Meaty Part 1.
Mr. Meaty got the sweats.
Mr. Meaty's got the. We got credits already. We got credits already. Praise Nation. What is good, man? It's your boy, Beth the Designer, back at it again. And ladies and gentlemen, we got the squad in the building. Yeah. Hey, man, on today's episode, got a lot to get into. Training camp day 5 has come and gone, and it was Caleb Williams' worst day.
Dang.
Stop panicking. Everybody stop panicking. So we got to break that down. Got to look at the defense and how they're just ready to go. What we need to see from them in pads. And Matt Eberflus is playing games.
What?
I've been giving him so much credit through training camp.
Uh-oh.
And he's sitting there like, we'll see if we play him in training camp. We'll see what happens if he plays in the Hall of Fame game. We'll talk about all that more.
So the tan and the hair not fooling?
Oh, I'm not fooled by the tan. I'm not fooled by the beard. I'm not fooled by the hair. Hey, man, we got a lot to get into on today's show, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave that 5-star review. Y'all know what to do.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Meaty himself, Jordan JC, sitting up front with us. Of course, the super producer, Joel Holt, holding down this show. C-Dub always on the 1 and 2s. The man formerly known as Ringo J. Stefan the Don in the back. That's not Steph, but that's cool. Appreciate that. Steph. All right. I was like, oh, wait a minute now. Disrespectful. Hey, man, appreciate y'all for tuning in, showing love. See all the Breeze Nation in the building. This Crimson You Dig in the building. Baki in the building. We got Big Worm in the building. Chef Mac in the building. Royalist Mikey in the building. Appreciate y'all for rocking with us, man. Let's jump into the show, man. This was Caleb's worst day.
Oh boy.
And here's the thing. You don't have to panic because of that. But it definitely was a tough showing by Caleb Williams on day 1. Now, I think that there's a lot of things that go into that. They spent a ton of time going through the goal line situation today, in the red zone situation, I should say. They're trying to, get this offense into the end zone, and it has yet to be able to do that outside of the 7-on-7. And 7-on-7 today, phenomenal. Caleb Williams fit a ball through the hands. I want to say a dot. It was a dot through the hands of. I want to say it was Jack Sanborn breaking on that play. Gets it into the hands of Keenan Allen. Walk-in touchdown. Hold on, let me pull up my notes. I mean, the 7-on-7, dog. When I tell you how the day started, you would have thought the offense was about to wax the defense today with how the 7-on-7 went, dog. Yeah, so it starts off with Caleb Williams fitting a really, a tight window, taking a chance, could have gotten picked off, doesn't get picked off, fits it through into the hands of Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen, walk-in touchdown, very confident throw. Second play, Caleb throws it away. Third play, Caleb Williams, nice over-the-shoulder pass down the left side, right behind Jaquan Brisker, who was in coverage on that easy touchdown there. Then you had a Caleb Williams over the middle, just basically throwing it straight through the middle into the arms of Roma Dunze, touchdown there. Then you had Caleb trying to fit it into a tight pocket on the backside to DeAndre Swift. Josh Blackwell did an excellent job breaking that play up and knocking that football away. And then back corner of the end zone, yet again, Caleb Williams finding Velus Jones on the left side of the end zone, wide open for a touchdown. Keenan Allen sitting there, jawing back and forth with the defense. You're getting, I can't hear you.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
I can't hear you.
Offense is barking again.
Yeah, there was some bark, and there were no teeth after that.
Oh, boy.
I'll tell you that
Nobody
right now.
That's so what you're saying is that even though it was Caleb's worst day, he still had moments where he still shined.
There were still moments. There were still flashes, but
that.
what you didn't see today from Caleb Williams that you have seen from Caleb Williams in the past was the consistency. We've seen Caleb be a very consistent player. We've seen him be able to go out there and move the ball down the field for the most part fairly consistently. The red zone has been the biggest question with Caleb, and to this point, he has not been able to win that battle. But I don't want people to look at this and be like, oh my God, what's happening? It's falling apart in front of our eyes. We thought we had a quarterback. Breathe, everybody.
No, let's relax. No,
Breathe, everybody.
This is the only time I will
and
ever
two.
quote Aaron Rodgers. RELAX.
Yeah.
Like we already said, hey, when we're happy with what Caleb does well, we're on a high. When we hear a few things that he doesn't do well or the defense barks back like they should, like we expect them to, right? We don't want to get all up in arms and think, oh, the end of the world is coming just because he had a few struggles. I like the fact that you brought up that there were some positives. That's a different thing than having the entire day be a bad day. Like, because I saw some of the notes, the 2-minute drill was really where the struggles were. I saw they had 2 attempts at the 2-minute drill, and they both kind of were like 3 and out real quick. And so the defense really won the day on that. So, I mean, that's not bad. I'm not crying over it. Again, let's all just have balance with this.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing, right? There's not enough balance. There's not enough people out there who can take the ups and downs and ride with the punches.
We're not used to it.
And it's what Matt Eberflus said, right? When I asked him, is Caleb Williams ahead of schedule still? Is he still in a position where you feel like, remember in minicamp he was, we didn't give him enough. He's so far ahead, right?
Yeah,
now in training camp, and Flu said this, it's not just going to be a rocket ship trajectory. It's going to be hills and valleys. Today was a little bit of a valley, and I'm glad we got to see this today because now the question is, will you get to see a hill with pads on tomorrow? That's the more important day to see stuff. That's where you get to see a lot of stuff from the offensive line. I'd say Caleb Williams' best throw today probably came from a play action pass, nice pass over to DJ Moore, looked off the defender, threw an absolute dot, got into the hands. Appreciate that. But I think that's probably his best pass of the day. But listen, the defense winning is not a bad thing because what we've seen through 3 days is a defense that versus some really good offenses or versus some really good wide receivers and a quarterback who, he's still figuring it out, but has been solid on the field, has had some really nice touch on the field, has stood strong in every single red zone and goal line situation. That's a positive. That's a win for the Chicago Bears right now.
Yeah.
I would say, go ahead. Well, I was going to say it's what you stated earlier. It's iron sharpening iron. So the fact that the caliber of receivers that even the secondary is going after, because that's where you really see a lot of play. Like right now, the D line is not that no one's really touching anybody, but the coverage that's actually true to form. They have to get in front or stay with those receivers. So if anything, just to have the secondary actually probably get better, as well as the receivers getting better as they learn how to play against a top secondary. And then with the rookie quarterback doing what he's doing, I mean, this is exactly what we want to see. I would rather that he's able to go back to the woodshed after he has a tough practice or a few different plays and they have tape. It's not realistic to expect for him to always be perfect. So I don't care to that technically, it's his worst day. It's just that he's a rookie.
I'm glad. I think you hit it on the nail on the head. You want him to have struggles. I'm glad that he had a struggle.
He's just learning.
You got to learn. If he has no struggles, you know what that means? We have no defense.
Exactly.
I'm glad that he has struggles. I'm glad that he has a defense. Listen, I saw I got to go to the notes now. Who was it? Somebody ran him off his spot. Jacob Martin chased him off his spot and and Caleb ended up throwing the ball a little bit high to DJ Moore. DJ couldn't have got it, but he put DJ in a position where if it's a real game, DJ probably ends up getting killed trying to get that football. Like those are the things where it's like, DJ, I want to see DJ come back to the huddle and be like, don't throw me that ball. Don't throw me no medicine ball. You know what I mean? Throw me some. And I understand you're moving off of your spot. There's different things. You're not going to see a ton from him using his legs at this point in training camp, but you're seeing good moments that I think are teachable moments. And you need to have that. You're not going to win if you do not have that.
Yeah, you want to see growing pains. My thing is especially now that we're getting to the point where we're getting pads on, you want to see a balance. I want to see a response to the response, basically, is what I'm saying. Like, okay, defense won today. Okay, now that we're really going into, full mode, let's see how the offense responds tomorrow. Let's see what they do to improve on some of the things. Another thing that I saw was there was a couple of false starts. I know
Couple
that was
false
a
starts,
thing
yeah.
that the offensive line kind of in the previous days worked out. They didn't really have too many false starts, so that's something they need to clean up. These are all things that are just continuing to improve. So as long as we see improvement on these things, I'm fine.
Yeah.
There definitely has to be improvement in some way. And the thing is that I took away from this day is like, okay, the defense obviously feels like they're him as a whole. Like you look at it, right? Tyreek Stevenson, and in his presser, right, says, listen, we got a bet going about who's going to be the first DB to get a pick. So it's like they're continuing to grow. I want to see tomorrow because if Caleb is who we think he is at this point, he's gonna try to elevate tomorrow. It's like you said on the Chicago Bears podcast today. Hey, by the way, go check that out.
Type in. Appreciate it.
Type in with that. The defense looks like they're ready to hit something. So with that being said, how is he going to be able to respond? Because he's looking to improve on what he did or do better than he did yesterday. With the defense looking to hit something, what does he do with that?
No, legitimately. I mean, the defense out there, man, I was sitting in the stands today like, man, they look like Tristan Thompson at 2 a.m. in L.A.
Oh.
You know what I mean? They're looking to hit something.
Oh, man.
That was a great addition.
I
I'm not
appreciate
gonna lie.
that.
That was a great
Appreciate
addition.
Like,
I'm sitting there like,
Phenomenal work.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You get it
just
after a
saying,
minute.
bro. Like, it's
like
hey, listen, I appreciate it. Hey, bro, they're looking to
yeah.
hit something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Top
it's
tier.
just it's one of those situations with where they're at right now. Like, today was a very physical practice.
Mhm.
It was a very physical practice, one of the more physical practices that we've seen from them. And it was kind of, I wonder if we're going to have to see Flus kind of dial things back.
That's what you want, though, right?
No.
No.
I want, yes. I want them to show up and pass tomorrow and somebody gets killed.
Yeah, get crushed.
And then they're like, hey,
all right, let's
hey,
relax.
hey, breathe, guys. He plays for us. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see a kerfuffle get cracked. I love a good training camp kerfuffle, bro.
Hey, we haven't done word of the day. Is that the word of the day? We haven't done word of the day in a while.
Kerfuffle?
that's
No,
people
word
know
of the
that
day.
We're making up
Word
words.
is
That's
a
not-
word
that's
is when
actually-
I-
flub it,
it's-
somehow combine some words.
Okay, that's not a
that's
combined
not
word.
a
That's
word
an
of the
actual
day.
word.
And we'll
Okay,
just
all
make
right,
up a
fine.
whole new word.
Yeah, I think that everybody need to just relax, calm down.
He's back, ladies and
He's
gentlemen.
learning.
The glasses are on.
Shady McCoy.
Listen,
Shady.
as a Caleb fan, enthusiast,
Wait a minute.
Wait a
Enthusiast.
Wait a minute.
Switch up.
You know what I respect about it?
I mean, he did a.
He gets a flag.
He gets a
back.
flag, dog.
Enthusiast.
Caleb
Oh, man.
enthusiast.
You know what I
challenge that.
Challenge
Caleb
that.
No.
You can grow into a fan.
No. The dude that didn't throw
Fan, he
the
a
ball.
fan, he a fan.
Don't you throw that flag, Cal. Don't you throw that flag, Cal.
Listen. No, I challenge.
Oh my
Oh, man.
Listen. There was plenty of us. There's plenty of us, and I'm gonna say
My
us,
fault.
who hated Kobe Bryant. A lot of us, because he imitated Mike. He did all the stuff, and then he was challenging the 6 rings. You know, we all did. But later on, we grew appreciation for him and realized, man, you know what? I'm gonna miss this dude when he's gone. So we grew appreciation. Same thing with LeBron.
Yeah.
We're growing appreciation for him now, even though we hated what he did.
I didn't
So-
hate. I didn't hate.
I did. I'll be honest. So with this situation going on, I'm seeing what I'm seeing. The eye test is telling me what the eye test is telling me. Caleb is him.
He's better than Zach Wilson.
Caleb, come on now.
I'm not gonna lie. That wasn't even a bar to jump over.
Caleb
It wasn't even a bar to jump
Caleb
over.
is him. So what I'll say is we just need to relax.
Enthusiast is nuts. That's all I'm
Enthusiast is
saying.
kind of crazy.
I've been doing a lot of research.
You've seen the light, but I think the whole point is
Crimson
that
said challenge failed. That challenge unsuccessful in a mug.
Oh man.
They own you, bro.
no, because
listen,
they all know.
challenge.
All of them know how you were about Justin.
Bro,
I
Now, all of
was.
a sudden, Caleb, I've seen the light.
Hey,
I've seen the light.
no, you know exactly what happened today when he saw that Justin Fields deep pass down the left sideline.
hey.
You know that he was
Starting
like
reps.
just side eyeing it. Oh boy, I don't know.
Man, I don't know. We should have kept him.
Oh, I'm nervous now.
Listen. You know what? I want Justin to do well, man, and I think he will. But I mean, hey, you gotta celebrate with what you got. You know, and at the end of the day, we got the number 1 overall pick. We got potentially, I'm still not gonna say this yet, a generational talent. You know, but I was looking at some details from last year that CJ Stroud struggled a little bit in training camp. He had some opening series, and he threw some INTs and what he ended up becoming. So this is just like, you know what? It's training camp. He's learning, and he has the privilege of going against one of the best defenses in the league. Most rookie quarterbacks don't get a chance to do.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried.
Well, he's a rookie. So either way, he's got to go through the process. But I'm glad that you see the light, Calvin. Appreciate you, buddy.
Hey, I'm there.
Hey, his was the best because it was just like pure hate. I was like, Dub, like hate this dude. Like, what is he seeing in his game that like is just pure hate?
Bro,
and he was like, I ain't watched none of his tape. It's like, wait a minute.
He gave a second team in him.
Hey, when I knew he like just hated him, when he came back to the group chat, was like, man, he got the same tape as Zach Wilson, man. I looked at it.
Oh, that's
like,
right.
Whoa.
He did say that.
I'm like, we're not looking at the
I
same
can't
tape.
confirm or deny because I don't remember.
Of course.
Shout out to Foxhound and the Hound.
Bro,
He said, Pat, what's up with this article I read about Montez was too aggressive with Caleb today? Strip sack or something, any smoke or blown out of proportion.
Shout out to Foxhound and the Hound.
Out of proportion is too kind a word for how they're blowing that. I got it. Don't worry about it.
All right.
That was nuts.
Oh,
That was crazy.
what?
It started with the Pat
He
Mahomes
started,
thing
like, he
today. It
just-
started with
hey.
Pat Mahomes. No, but no, completely out of proportion. I mean, Caleb Williams was in the pocket, tried to step up, went to throw a pass. It was kind of a sidearm, and it got knocked out of his hand. It was a football play.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't aggressive at all. There was nothing crazy
Shout out to my cousin.
at all happening with that. So, like, no, it was not
But overall,
malicious. It was not too aggressive. It was football.
But overall, you said that the feeling at practice overall was more aggression than most days, right? Like it was the toughest or the most challenging day.
I think that this was the toughest day for Caleb because to me they were
Flaming in the chat. What's wrong with you, buddy?
In the Amish paradise.
My Pat looked like a hood Amish dude.
My God, this dude.
Hey, guess who's not here again?
Oh, snap.
Guess who can chime in only in the chat? Guess who that is?
Dang. How's that train ride, buddy?
Hey, how's that train? Yeah.
Where's Crimson at? You say
right. Crimson start off every show now placing bets on when kid is going to show up. I love it. It's my favorite thing ever. Baki, what's good, my boy? How you feeling, man? He said, Pat, what's going on, bro? Yeah, it's been a wild day. But no, to me, I feel like this is what this Bears team needed. The first 4 days, I say the first day, Caleb struggled a little bit, but it wasn't crazy. Practice 2, 3, and 4, Caleb, it was high.
He was on it.
He was on it.
Yeah.
He was playing well, still couldn't get in the red zone. And to me, still not getting in the red zone. I asked J-Mac this on the podcast the other day. Is there a confidence you get from finally overcoming that, running into that wall? Because that's what it is right now. Yeah. He got down to the 6 in situational team periods yesterday. He had 3 shots at the end zone, didn't get any of them. Great defensive plays on all 3. It's not bad throws. It's great defensive plays. Maybe wasn't aggressive enough on the first play, but I think, after that, like they were good throws. They were better defensive plays. Today, right? Like trying to get down the field. It was frustrated. You could see he was frustrated on the field. You could see that they weren't able, like the offense is like, we got to get past this next step. And that's really like, I think the confidence from there, the fact that they're confident enough in the system already to talk trash to the defense.
That's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Imagine what's going to happen when that confidence grows.
Yeah.
By scoring a touchdown in the red zone.
Yeah.
That's what you want to see be able to be accomplished. And I think here's the other thing that you also have to take into account when you head into the season. Y'all know we can run the football in the red zone.
There is that threat,
in the NFL, right?
Yeah.
Like that's where it's different. In training camp, if I hand Roshan Johnson the ball and 2 dudes reach their hands in there, they're gonna blow the whistle dead. If I hand DeAndre Swift the ball or Khalil Herbert, they're blowing the whistle dead more times than not.
And
In a real game situation, I turn around, hand you the ball. You're
You
going to
might run
fight
through
through
that
4 or
boy,
5
yeah.
tackles to try
Yeah.
and get to this end
You
zone.
getting in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
so I think that's the part that Mugs aren't taking into account as well.
the other thing too is that once the season starts and depending on who we're playing, I mean, I don't know if the Titans have that same type of defense or tenacity that they used to have. I don't know about some of these other games that we're playing in the upcoming weeks. So like,
What did Tennessee just get? They just got.
I don't think they
was
got
it
any
Jamal
bodies.
Adams?
They got
Jamal Adams.
Jamal Adams, yeah.
yeah, but he's
D-Hop.
like he might be good for 2 weeks and then he'll.
Well, that is
It
week
depends
one.
on which Jamal Adams you get.
Yeah,
By the way,
hey, let's not-
I
yeah, I
know the
was
Twitter
gonna
numbers
say.
aren't showing up over on YouTube. We got 60 on
what do we
Twitter as
got?
well. So guess what? Over 100 in the chat. 85 on the YouTube side, 68 on the Twitter side. If you're on the YouTube side, hit that like button. I know that the notifications are being weird with our channel right now. So if you haven't done so, hop in the Discord as well. If you're on the Twitter side, hit that retweet button, man. Share us with your audience as well. What's going on? You still going? You all right? What was that movie?
the meaty.
In a land where meats are plenty, Jordan JC eats them all. Rated R.
Rated R. Rated R gets me every time. Rated R gets me every time. Let's talk about this, though. We've kind of mentioned it a little bit, but the defense being ready to get after it. And this is something that I think really was on display today. And we talked about the aggression, but there is just I'm describing this defense as a dog on a chain with a steak 2 feet out of reach.
That's like me.
Oh, boy.
You're speaking my language now.
You ever seen, you know what this defense looks like legitimately? Y'all ever seen the episode of Tom and Jerry? For the younger people, you may not get this. The episode of Tom and Jerry where Spike chases Jerry around, and so they put Spike on he chases Tom around, so they put Spike on a leash.
Yeah,
And then Tom measures out the leash.
and he gets yanked back.
And it's just him biting at Jerry. Like, that's exactly
Oh my God!
how this
that is
defense
hilarious.
looks right now.
They
And
already
you can tell,
know
like, you can tell
somebody.
because literally, when I saw it was getting a little physical, and I don't know if the coach was talking to him about this or if it was about something different, but Ian Wheeler came off on a run on the left side, got a little space, and like the DB kind of did like the fake, I'm gonna come in and hit you, but they was kind of bumping all day. Ian Wheeler was like, threw the
Well,
body
he give
into
it
him,
back.
hit him,
Okay.
gave him a little shot. Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
ran in. Everybody was like, "Oh yeah!" Like it's been little stuff. I cannot wait
No, this defense.
for tomorrow in pads.
This
bro.
defense is like Martin with that dog. Like, sit.
Stand.
Sit.
Lay.
Look there.
Nobody know
Hey, bro,
I know somebody knows something.
I'm just saying, dog. Like this defense looks absolutely ready to get after it, and I think
right.
Coming
it's,
fast.
I'm so. Oh, whoa, hey, now what was that?
Wait, what?
You doggone right.
I'm
ready, man.
I'm so ready to see what they're actually going to be able to do in a real game. I know the Hall of Fame game, you're not going to really get a ton of reps and stuff like that, but they literally look like let me off the chain.
Quick question with that. Do you think that they'll play the first team offensive defense
We'll
and the
talk
first?
about that in
say-
the final topic.
Okay,
so here we
okay.
go.
Oh yeah, right. I'm jumping ahead. You're right.
Well, I would
Got a
say
little
if
hot
they-
and ready with that one.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I was gonna say if they do it, it's probably just a series or so. They want to see a completed series and then probably
Damn,
get
I'm
on
getting
out of there.
tangled. I
That's
need
it.
more than one series, but anyway.
because they're gonna have 4. Technically it's 5 games, right?
Four.
No, 4.
It's just
No,
4.
that's
So
just the
Hall of Fame
first.
is the
That's
first
like their
one.
first preseason.
Right, but everybody's watching that one.
Yeah.
So and typically that 4th game,
They're not
nobody-
going to do nothing.
Yeah. Well, I think they might want to get a series in just to see.
We'll talk about that next.
But yeah, but to get back to your point, I do honestly
I
think
left for the
this-
show up. Dang it!
Yeah, we're
Sorry.
going out of sequence. It's my fault. The defense is definitely ready to get after it. I mean, you're looking at like the cohesion, the amount of years that they played under Eberflus' system, and then adding on the dogs like Kevin Byard. You got some really, really good players that are just good at getting after it. You like the barking from DeMarcus Walker. You got some really aggressive people naturally on this team. And then the confidence level is high because they all believe, hey, this is a year that we could do something special. Like they actually believe that compared to other years where it's just a rebuilding phase.
Yeah.
I think this year they actually have the confidence to back up their
They
play.
better not. I
mean-
swear to God, week 1, they better not.
Were they gonna bomb like they did
Oh
last
my
year?
God. What you gonna say, Ringo?
Go ahead.
Nah, I was just gonna say. I mean, going back to JC's point, I mean, you could definitely see that. I mean, the way that they ended last season, the way you're talking about how training camp has been going this season, and like I said, the way that the defense has been talking up until this point, like they believe they can be a top 5 unit, defensive unit in this league with the San Frans, with the Jets of that nature and things of that. So I mean, even though this was Caleb's worst day, like be glad that the defense is showing back up because this is something that you needed.
No, yeah. This, like I said, this is exactly what you need. I'm excited to see this defense get after it. I'm excited to see
Absolutely.
what this team is going to do when actual football happens. I'm going to be real with you. I'm not really even looking forward to the Hall of Fame game. I'm looking forward to that week. What was that, week 2?
Three?
Week 2, week 3.
I think 3 is when they
Joint
really
practice.
play, right?
Oh,
joint
Joint practice
Gotcha,
versus the
gotcha.
Bengals because that's all that's going to be real.
Oh,
So you
shady
mean
now.
joint
Okay.
practice versus the Bengals is Cody Rhodes versus
Bro, he
Slim
definitely looks
Shady.
like
Cody
Rhodes.
I thought it
Rhodes
was Slim
versus
Shady.
No,
Caleb
he-
Williams.
Bro, he
For
looked
the,
just like Cody
WWE
Rhodes to me. I was
championship.
like,
That's funny.
I was like, what the heck is the American Nightmare doing at Bengals camp? Like, what's going on here? Oh, he's quarterbacking? He's playing for the team?
Hey, Caleb Williams versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE championship, bro.
Hey, bro, I'm here for it, bro. We got to get Burrow on WWE, dog.
That's hilarious.
Let's keep this thing moving along, man. If y'all haven't done so, hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave that 5-star review. Y'all know what to do.
All right.
Now for the fun part.
All right.
Because I believe this is it, right? This is the Flus topic. This is the Flus topic. That's what we got left.
No.
Which one we on?
Number 3 was boom. What do we need to see most? From
Oh,
the
what
Bears
do we
and
need to see most from the
Pads?
team in pads?
Oh,
Sorry,
starting
I was
tomorrow.
getting ahead of myself.
Starting tomorrow.
Oh boy, yeah, we got pads starting tomorrow.
I want to see Dexter.
Thanks, appreciate you letting me set that topic up.
No problem, buddy.
Great
We're all a
job.
team here.
Great job.
This is all
Good
over
job.
the
Is that what
place
that was?
today.
The team.
That
We're all
felt-
about
we
That
not
felt
a
like when
team.
Carlton took
We're
the
all
ball
about
from Will and
involvement.
shot it.
Why don't you
and
tell
missed the whole rim.
Pat,
There goes my hero. Watch him as he goes.
What were you saying, Pat? Go ahead, buddy.
You bastard. We got pads getting ready over the next 2 days, which means we're going
Nice.
to get a very, very good look at what we want to see in pads. So let's get this thing started off here. Joe, what do you want to see in pads? No, don't laugh.
Yeah.
It's not funny. What do you want to see?
I want to see.
What you want to see?
Don't try to do me like kid. No, I want to see Dexter on the defensive line. You know, is he able to get through? But mainly that offensive line. It's him on the defensive line, and what is his offensive line going to look like that can protect this quarterback? And will we get, you know, what we're hearing in terms of this practices and what Caleb's doing?
Yeah.
You know, real time. I know they can't hit him because they're just going to, you know, basically do 2-hand touch on him. But will he be able to make some real completions when it's like go time?
Yeah.
You know, that's what I want to see. Those are my big 3.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it is the trenches. I need to have 2 answers. They don't have to be the final answer, but I need to at least have a picture
The
of what the
answer,
answer
yeah.
may look like.
Yeah.
Is Javon Dexter the answer at 3 technique? I'm with Joel on that one. Who's playing center? Because based on how they've done this schedule, Coleman Shelton will be the starting center the first day in pads tomorrow.
Okay. It's been back and forth.
It's been
right?
back and forth
Yeah.
every time.
Right. Okay.
Now, if we see Ryan Bates get first day in pads tomorrow, that would be very interesting because that would be the first time we've seen a center play 2 days in a row. Does that help and or hurt Caleb Williams? Is there anything to it while in pads if the offense looks better tomorrow, if it's Coleman Shelton or if it's Ryan Bates, right? Like, and I know first time in pads, that's not when you're going to make your final decision, but like, it is the trenches. It's what I'm looking at most. There's an expectation around Braxton Jones that he is going to get some run in pads, which is good because he's slowly ramping up. He's kind of getting like, I don't even know if I can say like exactly half, like 40% of the snaps right now at left side. They're being very cautious with him right now. And there's definitely not a Larry Borum love out there.
Yeah.
Love that's going on.
Yeah,
So
I don't think
we
so.
got no worries on that.
Give me the announcer voice. Will Tevin Jenkins be able to, stay healthy? Will Ryan Bates be the? Give me that Calvin voice.
What you want me to say?
Will Nate Davis actually be a starter?
Do my rated R voice.
Will Tevin Jenkins decide to strap it up?
Okay.
Oh, snap. Rated R.
I don't like that.
No, will Ryan Bates going to be the
I don't
starter?
like
So
that.
will Nate Davis actually practice and actually be a contributor on the offensive line? Go ahead.
Will
What you got,
Nate
Ring?
Davis decide to contribute on the offensive line? We'll find out on the next episode of Rated R.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, yo. If he can do the Dragon Ball Z voice,
That basically was it.
On
yeah.
the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
I think my three worries are who's gonna play center, who's gonna be the starting center. I think that's one of the biggest questions because you're gonna need that headed into week 1. But then not to mention that, I mean, I think everybody's in agreement on the Javon Dexter thing. But my thing also is who's gonna step up, because we still have that question of who's gonna be opposite Montez Sweat. Who's going to step up opposite Montez Sweat? Because we're gonna need to see that, because there's been a lot of talk about do they bring Yanni back? Do they go and find somebody else? Hopefully, they got somebody that steps up while they got the pads on. So that's what I'm most interested to hear about tomorrow.
What's the deal with is there any noise about Randolph, that undrafted dude from Illinois? Like Booker, is there any progression?
Him taking
with Booker,
somebody's place?
Just in terms of making an impact on the team, has there anybody said anything about Randolph?
You can't really tell anything. I mean, the things that we've talked about Austin Booker is he's quick and gets in the backfield. The things we talked about with Javon Dexter is he's big and can put his hands up.
But I'm saying that that's something to look forward to.
Yes, that's something to look forward to.
When the pads come, they're on the pads, what have you. But I would be interested to see some contributions from will there be a diamond in the rough on top of what we expect out of this team? That's always the plus, right? It's someone you didn't expect that just made the team. That was a 5th round. They're motivated, and so it's just an embarrassment of riches of talent on the squad. I'd love to see one of those guys hit. Even with Karan, is Karan? I know he's on the NF5 list, right?
He's just ouchy right now.
So he's not even. He won't be around for weeks, if anything.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna go a different route. This is based off of our topic a few days ago when we talked about Khalil Herbert looking like he's making an impact. This is when I want to see Khalil Herbert make a difference. If you're putting on pads, then that means that eventually you have to block for the quarterback, right? If they're going to be pursuing and putting pressure on the quarterback, you have to do your job and actually getting some protection there in the backfield. And so I want to see if Khalil Herbert has actually improved in that so that he can stay on the team. We're talking about him looking impressive in all the other areas that he's already been good at. What does your blocking look like?
he's probably not part of the plans, though, man.
Listen, he's
so.
running with the twos right now. He's had a phenomenal training camp. I don't know if he's out of the plans just yet, but
are you saying he's looking like a 4th round pick?
You're not.
No, I would never say he's like a 4th round pick.
4th rounder.
I think Saquon Barkley might have been able to get back a 4th round pick, but you know what I mean. I don't think you can write off Khalil 100% yet, but I do think it would be difficult to say we're taking 4 running backs into the season.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the part that's
abundance of
tough for me.
riches.
So I do think that it's less likely that Khalil is on the team. But like you said, if there are things that he's improved upon this offseason, if we come out of training camp, we're like, he's blocking.
Yeah.
Like he's actually doing it. As a backup running back, and he knows he's the backup, he's blocking.
Yeah. I do like
I would rather have Khalil Herbert on my team than not.
That's true.
So it is something to keep an eye on. It's something to see, if you're going to see that part of his game develop. But it's kind of tough that he's put in this position of play for your life, but that's the NFL.
Yeah.
Well, it benefits the Bears. He's in a contract year. He's going to want to make some money. He's decent. He's definitely had injury issues, but I don't think he fits for this team. So, if there's a trade value for him by week 6, no, what's the trade? Week 8 now? Did they push the trade deadline in the NFL?
Yeah, it's literally like
half the
as
year.
halfway as you can get
Yeah,
halfway.
so-
Week 8.
You know, if there's still a move. I mean, that second round pick is still out there for the Carolina pick. So if he wants to make a move and see some things going on, in terms of training camp, but this will be the time to make those moves, because once you get your team set, you really don't want to mess up that chemistry and getting all the players in position in terms of what they have to do. So they could be going into this year, but if we lose Khalil Herbert, that would be, unless we get a draft pick, that would be a very beneficial for us.
I mean, I think this helps out both parties, because at the end of the day, I mean, even if he's not here, there are teams that need a running back. So even if you do trade him, I mean, you looking at I know the Giants need a backup. I know Dallas is hurting for a running back right now. So I mean, there's teams that you could definitely go to. I don't see a 4th rounder, Joe. I don't see a 4th rounder. But I mean,
By the way, did y'all hear Danny Dimes was cooking? In
bro,
Detroit?
cooking what?
Boiled chicken,
Bro,
what?
I don't know where-
cooking what? I am sick of this.
I don't know where Brand saw that
man.
report, but Brand
I'm
texted our group chat and was like, Daniel Jones is cooking out in
He
out in New
cooking
York.
hoodles.
I was like, cooking what? He's cooking
Ramen
hoodles?
He cooking hoodles, bro.
No, hoodles was
He
Ringo's
cooking
meal of
hoodles,
choice
bro.
one night. He cut up hot dogs. and put
It was
in
a
his
one-time thing.
I don't know about that.
No.
Never had that.
I don't know if
It was a one-time thing.
I think
You
we
put
just.
the hot dogs in the noodles. He cooking hoodles, bro.
I think
He cooking hoodles,
I
bro.
think
That
we've
is
just
really
baked you
straight
so
hood
bad
food.
about the hoodles that you
He
won't
cook-
tell
he
us when you
cooking
eat them
hoodles,
anymore.
Oodles of oodles of hoodles. That's
He's cooking
hilarious.
hoodles, bro.
But no, I think
God.
at this point now, like when the pads come on, that's the time where you get to see, okay. And I'm gonna be honest with you. The thing that I really want to see, how much fight back is this offense gonna have? Because
back.
everything
Yeah.
that we just talked about,
Yeah.
the defense seeming like a dog on a chain with a steak 2 feet out of reach.
Oh,
You calm down.
ribeye.
But like that to
Sounds
me
big.
means, and it's here's the thing, it's a defense that's been together for 3 years now,
Yeah.
for the most, but 2.5, 3 years, right? Like that to me tells me that you probably are going to have some chemistry, and that when y'all give each other that side eye,
It's time to step
it's time to go out here and kill somebody.
Yep.
Like I want to know if the offense is going to be able to withstand that, be able to deal with that, keep a level head, not be, have a team that's in a bunch of fights, because you want some pushback, but you don't want it to turn into we're not getting stuff done out here because we're trying to sort out fights. Like I think to me that is the more important thing to see. How's the offense going to deal with a defense that has literally just been like, you can't do anything, you can't do anything, you can't do anything, go.
I feel like that should be headed up by the quarterback. That sort of attitude, I feel like, is going to be led by the quarterback. And I believe, was it Billings that said that he doesn't know if Caleb at this point has that like in your face type of aggression or type of leadership, but he has the type of leadership where people are buying into what he's saying. Like he's going to give you that motivation. Hey, next play type of thing. Move on. Even if we don't, succeed in what we're running.
If at first you don't
succeed, get back up and try again. But will he eventually have that dog in him? I think he will. I think he will, because you've seen it even in college. You've seen him have an attitude. So, I like the background music.
I thought that was solid.
That was pretty nice.
While you were
I
doing
like
that, you had a
Yeah.
nice little background vocal.
So I do want to see that. Another thing real quick that I do want to see, I saw Baki put it in the chat, is Tyler Scott has been the training camp darling so far with all these nice catches and everything. Can he add to that with the pads on?
bro. Listen.
What you,
The Tyler Scott,
it's too much love.
it's not too much love. The love is deserved.
What is love?
But
Baby, don't hurt me.
don't hurt me.
No more.
Go.
Love, baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Anyway, no, the Tyler Scott love is warranted, but it's like I feel like people are expecting this massive thing this season from Tyler Scott. You know what I mean? I think Tank Dale. I think people are expecting Tank Dale from Tyler Scott,
Right.
and it's like, guys, he's not going to get the ball enough to have that happen.
He is way behind everybody else.
He is so far down on the depth chart. You know how many times you get to your fourth receiver? Not much. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, Where's Dwan for?
Oh,
That's the defense.
He's still on the team, but he's Dwan for. Oh, that's just the offense. Yeah, look. I mean, like,
Yeah.
y-
A lot of people
I don't
gotta-
You
even
got
know.
the first three, and then
you got Tyler Scott with the seconds. This is not updated.
well,
Well, you got
it's-
starters. I see it. Never mind. I see how you got it. Yeah, I don't know.
Hey.
Like to me, not to say that the love is overblown, but it's like, guys, like you also have to understand the situation Tyler Scott is coming into.
Yeah, I'll say this at the least: having him as your number 4 is better than what we had back then when I think
well,
Pettis or whoever we had at number
Was our
4
number
a couple
2?
years ago.
Yeah.
It was just like
yeah, I mean,
that,
he's a nice addition, if not a special teams contributor and anything else, and a feel like what is a nice slot guy. But other than that, we got three dogs, more Allen and Aduze. It's not going to matter about Tyler Scott. But
Yeah.
What you want is like whenever whoever's on the field, they don't kill you. It's Bayless getting on the field and he's bobbling the ball like he had all
So
those fumble
controlled
issues.
aggression.
Well, just being able to be a true contributor on the squad. And so I think it goes from the top down. Now, the difference is that, how you run your team, everybody's accountable. And so we have a lot more talent than we've had in recent years, period. So, hopefully we are able to control games. We're able to control the clock. The defense should be able to give the ball to the offense. And it's the reciprocity. What we don't want is that we have this great defense and they're always on the field and they're getting tired.
Yeah.
Then it ends up turning into fatigue, which then turns into injuries.
right.
So we're able to have a good running game, which also protects Caleb Williams. We have receivers that also protects Caleb Williams. And then the offensive line can actually block. I mean, everything. That's why football is one of the greatest sports, period. It's a true team sport that everyone has to do their job.
And the thing is, too, I think that
your job.
the dope thing about this situation
What's
is
good,
that
Christy?
you have the right amount of rookies with the perfect amount of vets, like the perfect mix. So it's like you what you just alluded to about the not letting the defense get tired. The offense knows that, hey, we got to go out here, we got to score, we got to execute. And the thing is, Caleb knows that as well. It's just about how fast can we get these guys up to speed if we're a coaching staff so we don't run into those issues, because as elite as we think our defense is, can't have them running out there constantly like that, because we know that that's a recipe for a disaster.
Yeah, and the big thing that we're going to see, especially in season, is the Bears are going to be able to get turnovers. The Bears are going to be able to put the ball back in the offense's hand. What's the offense going to be able to do with that? You're not going to see a ton of that tomorrow in pads, but I mean, like, there's an opportunity to start that process of like, okay, now go finish the job. You know what I mean? And I think the 11-on-11 periods are going to be. I would expect to see a ton of that tomorrow. Like, hey, we got to get you in the end zone.
I would like to see that. He was. I mean, we all love the big play, of course. It's the bomb for 60 yards.
Flash.
What was that word?
Yep.
Bomb.
How you said it?
The bomb.
The bomb.
Yeah, it sounded like you kind of had
Y'all heard that, chat?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
No, but what I really like to see is that he does like a 5-yard completion, 7-yard completion, 3, 7, 5. Like he's able to matriculate down the field, boys, so to speak. Matriculate. I'd like to see that type of play because, you definitely want to see those moments. Like everybody remembers that famous Trubisky throw where he didn't make the throw and the guy's in the end zone like this. Remember the tight end was in the red zone and
Jimmy Graham.
Not Jimmy Graham, it was the guy from the Eagles. He couldn't make the throw to him.
Trey Burton.
Trey Burton.
Burton.
The Gibbs guy.
Yeah.
So the idea
That
is
was a
that
weird
you want to see
situation.
that Caleb is able to read and he's able to process to maybe make those type of throws. Those are the special throws that we love to see in case a play breaks down. But can he actually execute the play to get from the first read to his second read, if not maybe his third read? That's what I'd like to see coming out of it, just with the pads and just him being actually play a quarterback.
Yeah, no, for sure, man.
Before we move on, I do want to say,
oh boy,
let's give a little attention to Tory Taylor.
Ooh, little Tory Taylor love.
Tory Taylor
Little
action.
Tory
I haven't
Taylor
mentioned
action.
Tory Taylor in a minute.
Okay, all
How
right.
does he look, Pat? Is he still kicking those things out of the field? Or,
You
what are we doing?
You know what? Tory Taylor can punt. He
All right.
punted fine today. They actually did some punt drills.
All right.
He punted fine today.
All right.
But I will say this: the backup that they have, Corliss, every time he punts, all I can think is we drafted a punter with a 4th round pick, bro. That's all I can think. Bro,
he
he
said the
booms
backup
punts,
is
bro.
good
That
enough.
close,
Bro,
or is there
bro.
a gap in talent, or
There's a gap as far as how. I don't even know if it's how far. I think the gap is like how many times Tory can be precise.
He's supposed to be consistent. Yeah.
Like Tory is 8 of 10, right? Like if he punts it 10 times, he probably can pinpoint where he wants it to go 8 times.
I'll take that.
Corliss probably can do it 6.
Hey,
That's
Two
a
more
lot.
times.
That's a lot for a 4th round pick. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
like,
hey.
and I listen. He is.
Don't
He's a
you-
left-footed punter as
All
well.
right.
He's
All
a
right.
black guy.
Now- All right.
Is he Ray Guy incarnated?
He's pretty good, bro.
Uh.
Like every time Tory puts because Tory literally, when you watch him punt, he puts a different spin on it on purpose. So like, there's one where it'll spin like this. There's one where it'll have backspin. There's
crazy.
one where it'll have like. I don't know what the heck this motion is here, but
Oh,
I've seen
yeah,
it.
little
Like he
jerky
can,
Noah.
he can do it all.
Okay.
But every time I see him do that, I instantly look over at Corliss, and Corliss does the same punt. And I'm like, a 4 for real one. He's here. Tory Taylor, I love him. Here we go. You people.
we
Don't
shall
you
see.
be- don't you-
Hey, he
Don't-
might make a
Don't you
difference.
besmirch his
Tory-
name.
Listen, when punter talk dies down, Tory Taylor has looked good. He's looked fine out
All
there.
right, good.
He's holding for us as well, and he's done well at that too.
Good hold.
Good hold.
No,
He,
post,
he lets the he gets the ball in his hand, laces out,
and he holds it.
and he's got a good hold.
Laces
So I mean, laces out.
Hey, yo.
You gotta have laces out though.
Yeah, man.
No one laces in.
All right.
That's how you get that infection.
Oh.
Let's move on to the final topic. Let's move on to the final topic before we get up out of here. Actually, before we get into this Hall of Fame game, I do want to mention this.
Uh-oh.
Y'all remember when Ringo was talking all that trash about college
Bro,
football?
oh my God, dog.
25. Y'all remember all that?
All right.
Y'all remember all that trash?
All right.
What happened?
Oh, we
All
finally got
right.
a chance to
This
play each
what we
other.
doing?
No.
You know what I mean?
This what we
Remember,
doing?
remember all that?
This is
Y'all
nuts.
remember how I was getting
That's
yelled at about just wait till the
crazy.
game come out.
That's
Just wait till the game come out.
crazy,
Hey,
dude.
Ringo, what was the final score?
Uh-oh.
It was 49-7. He got me.
Whoa!
Hey,
Oh, snap.
Mercy.
Wow.
49-7.
He got me. He got me.
Now
Got me.
that's-
We all have 2 stars. We all have 2-star
Listen,
teams.
listen,
There you
hey,
go.
hey,
Now that's
We got-
rated R.
hey,
That is rated R.
That's nice.
That is, wow.
We got 2-star score. He finally got me. He
We all
finally
got
me.
2-star schools, bro.
He
Hey, bro.
finally got me.
Bro,
He finally got me.
bro.
He finally got me.
By the time we got to the 4th quarter, I was up 3 turnovers. We finished the game. I was up 5.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
bad.
He got
It
me.
was bad. It was
He
bad.
he got me.
I just wanted to.
He got me.
I'm not gonna talk no trash. I'm not gonna beat my chest. I just wanted
I
to know
I don't even talk
if
trash to you.
everybody remembered.
I don't even talk
Oh, you
trash.
did
I
on the
remember
show
that
that
score.
day. It was like, bro, you're nothing.
Hey,
Just wait for the game.
And by the way, chat, before you get any ideas, do not. I will smoke each and every last one of y'all.
Don't say that.
Hey, I got smoke
Well, in a real
'cause-
game, you playing with 4 and 5-star schools.
because
Like if you playing online, I'm playing with a 5-star school.
5-star,
It's
yeah.
very different. We're all playing with 2-star schools,
everybody
but
that's
it
been
was a
asking,
butt whooping.
everybody that's been
49 to
asking to
7.
play, the only person that's been able to play me out of the chat is Baki. So I'm not trying to hear nothing, and I've been asking y'all to run the smoke.
Nobody
Go
want to see
ahead.
me in that 2K though.
Here you
Well,
go.
kid,
There
definitely
you
Go ahead. No, kids saw you.
Hey man, let's finish this mug out. We actually heard something interesting from Matt Eberflus today. Before we get up out of here, that I've praised him for how he's run training camp. I give him credit for what he's done. The beard is nice.
Praise is running out. Huh?
Yeah, I mean he's got a nice fade.
Phenomenal.
I don't know. I want to go phenomenal. It's a nice fade.
Okay,
It's not
all right.
phenomenal.
Oh.
It's not a Jalen Rose. I mean that's a phenomenal fade.
Jaden does have some good haircuts. I'll give him that.
We heard today, and I think it was Mark Grody that asked him. He said, "Listen, have you decided whether Caleb's going to play in training camp or not?" Do you expect Caleb, or I'm sorry, in a preseason game or not in the Hall of Fame game? Do you expect him to play? What's the plan? And Flus was like, yeah, we don't know yet. We're going to talk about that today. What do you mean you don't know yet? You did this. We watched this. There's no competitive. It's preseason. There's no competitive advantage to him playing or not playing, to announcing that he's playing or announcing he's not. There's no competitive advantage. It's not like mugs are like Brett Rippon. Oh God, Brett Rippon. Nobody can there's no advantage. How there shouldn't even be a conversation right now on whether Caleb Williams is playing in the Hall of Fame game or not. You did this already.
Yep.
You played this game already. Yep. You came into the season completely unprepared because you felt nobody had to go out there and play in the preseason. Don't make the same mistakes again. Don't Justin Jones this thing.
Ooh, hello.
That's not a diss to Justin Jones. It's a diss to Flus for putting them in coverage 2 weeks in a row for 2 touchdowns.
Big CT putting them out in coverage. It's ridiculous.
You wouldn't drop Javon Dexter back there. Are we doing some beige rage right now? Is that what's happening?
Pat is hot at Matt.
But it's just like, I get it, right? It's probably coach speak. I'm not expecting Caleb to play. I'm not expecting him to play 2 series.
Yeah.
But put him out there so that he can see real game speed.
Yeah.
Here's the reason why I'm first of all, 100%. I'm in agreement with you. Learn from your mistakes. You did this mess last year and it didn't work out. I mean, the entire league did this where they sat a lot of their starters and we saw bad football for like the first 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
Even more. Yeah, it was just horrible. Yeah. And so learn from your mistakes. One, you did a good thing by giving Caleb Williams the playbook because you knew you were going to draft him before you drafted him. So you're getting him ahead of speed. Follow that same protocol. Get him in the game for a little bit. Let him get a little bit of an NFL speed, get a feel for what it really looks like. Even though it's preseason, get him going. Let's not just sit on the sidelines and, talk to him and here's what you got to look for. No, put him on the field for a few plays. Do I want to see 3 quarters? No. We know probably preseason week 3 is going to be where they play the most to get ramped up. But I need him to play at least a little bit in the Hall of Fame game.
Yeah, probably a series. If they score a field goal or a touchdown,
first off, if they score a touchdown,
they're out of
there.
That's it. That's what I'm saying. It's probably, in that first series, if he scores, what?
You said if they score stakes on him.
I said nothing.
I heard
what?
I said nothing.
I did hear that. Yeah, I did hear that.
Hey,
we're rewinding.
You know we're live. We can record this.
All right.
It's already on tape. There you go, buddy. Oh, speaking of that, and don't forget, Zach Edey's, I'm hearing he's looking really good, buddy.
What the heck does Zach Edey got to do with
because he said if he averages more than 10 points
Zach
a game.
Edey averages more than 10 minutes a game, I'll buy Joel a steak dinner.
10 minutes or 10 points.
You'll buy him what?
I don't remember. What was it?
I'll take either. So I thought it was 10 points a game. Was it 10 minutes
Was it 10 points a game?
If you said 10 minutes, I
think you said 10 minutes.
I
definitely
would say
won
10
that
points.
because he's going to be a
It's
starter.
got to be 10
I don't know. We
points.
got to find the episode. When did we say this? I got to find the episode we said it on.
You think he's going to be a starter?
I know we made the.
Yeah, he's going to be the starting center. Yeah.
Yeah, you ain't watch basketball.
They're saying he's cooking. Whatever. Anyways.
Right.
Well, listen, he was drafted that high. He's the starting center.
He's starting. Yeah,
You should have switched. Start maybe 5 games or 3 games or something like that.
No. He said if he's played, it was either.
It was 10 something. It was 10
points.
It might have been 10 points.
I don't know, Joe.
Yeah, 10 minutes is like that's a layup, but 10 points a game is I think what you had said. Anyways, stakes on media. I like that. Let's go.
God, I messed up. I talked too soon. But I really do like the fact. I like the direction that the Bears are going in. Don't Eberflus this up. All right, let's just do the right thing. Let's keep in the right direction. Play these guys. Learn again from what you didn't do last year.
No, 100%. I think that's what it comes down to me. Like, I don't need to see a ton, but I do need to see him get. He's going to get more. I just want to know where he's getting the reps. Flus talked about he wants him to get, like 40 to 60 something reps in preseason. Where are you getting that from? If you're not playing them?
Yeah.
Where's that happening?
So he gotta be playing. So he gotta be playing in the Hall of Fame game.
You gotta play something. Like I get it.
Like,
there's going to be a
series.
game where he plays a half.
Yeah.
Probably the second
Probably
game.
the second game. Well, let me see. Let me
Week
see.
two is like a quarter,
The
right?
What
third-
is
yeah,
the-
they play a quarter.
Well,
in that second.
because it's different now. So they got the Bills in game 2, but that will be the Bills' first game. So probably not that game.
Wait, don't they only have 3 preseason
And
games?
4.
The
because we
Bears,
have the
they
Hall of
got
Fame
4.
game.
Oh, we have
4.
Yeah, y'all
So
got-
we got
only
the
3
Texans, we
preseason
got the
games.
Bills, we got the Bengals, and we got the
Yeah,
Chiefs.
because of the one
The
extra
Chiefs
season
aren't
game.
playing anybody, so it's useless to play them in that
Right.
game.
So
The
they'll-
Bengals are doing the joint practice, so I wouldn't
Right.
expect you to play him a ton in that game because you're doing the joint practice. The Bills would be the time I would think you would do it, but why would the Bills play their starters in their first preseason game more than a series? So it almost like
That
has to
makes
be
sense.
the Bengals
Yeah.
or the Chiefs, and I don't know where you get that at. But even so, it doesn't matter. Let him get the
Doesn't matter.
experience.
that was on cue. Yeah.
Let him get the experience.
Yeah.
What are you worth? Like he's a football player. Yes, it sucks if he gets hurt in preseason. You know where else it sucks if he gets hurt at? During the regular season. Either way, the season's over.
Injury's part of the season.
I just hope it's not like last year where he just tries to basically try to finesse us. Like, you say one thing and then after that it didn't happen, and then be like, you said this. When did I say that?
No, it's
Like-
not a finesse. That was lying last year.
Like-
That's what he was doing.
Like, just
No, those
don't
were lies.
just don't be lying.
He was lying on stuff that we could Google.
Just don't
I
be
remember
lying.
what was the game where he was like, when he finally benched Cody Whitehair, and he was like, "Well, we want to go with the more experienced."
Bro,
center."
that was nuts.
I was like, we
That
can
was-
Google.
that-
Yeah.
that
I
was
was like, we got
nuts.
Google, guys. I don't know if you know this, Flus,
Yeah.
but I can literally see Cody Whitehair's played over 1,000 snaps. Lucas Patrick has played like 600. Like, the more experienced center you bench. Like, just be a head coach. That's what it comes down to for me. When you go into these preseason, and here's the thing. When the pads come on, it's the only caveat I'll give. When the pads come on, if you let them run a rigorous, difficult practice, I will say it's okay for them to not play in the preseason game.
Now,
Because that's how Andy Reid does his stuff.
yeah,
Guys don't play, but it is on record that the Chiefs have the most difficult practice.
yes, they go hard.
In the NFL.
That was just
yes.
boxing a couple days ago.
Sometimes you got to box.
and take a page out of their book.
Yeah.
Like they're champions for a reason. They play very hard. But by extension from this question, do you think that the other rookies and specifically Roma Dunze will get some more time out there being
I
a
think-
receiver?
I
I
think-
think more than Keenan.
I think Caleb and Rome get more time on the field than you'll see DJ out there. Herb Howard asked that the day where report day when Keenan and DJ were together. And it was basically like, hey, do you guys, do you want to spend more time out there with Caleb? Do you want to have more looks out there? And Keenan was like, yeah, I'd love to, but it's up to the coaching staff, blah, blah, blah. DJ Moore just looked and was like, gave that side eye, like, you're not putting me out there for more plays than I want to be out there. You know what I mean?
Like, I do
So
this.
it's like,
Yeah, it's gonna.
but I'll say this, and to that point though, I don't know how DJ Moore do it, but he builds connections with anybody that's playing quarterback.
he didn't
His
play with all of
connection,
them.
his connection with Caleb Williams is the strongest out of anybody at camp right now.
That's interesting because he had a good one last year. Yeah, you're right.
And no matter who the quarterback
right.
is, it's just like throw me the ball, I catch
I
the
got
ball, I get to where I want to go.
I mean, it's like I think it's like the same thing like that with Devontae Adams. He was talking to Shannon Sharp, and bro,
Not based on receiver.
Hey, receiver was crazy. Somebody get that man
Get
some
that
help,
man out of there, bro.
please.
But no, man. Hey, we appreciate y'all for tuning in, showing love to another edition
Yes, sir.
of the Windy City Breeze Sports Talk Daily. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. I will be back at camp tomorrow
Oh, yeah.
to close out the week, and I'll be there Saturday as well.
They
I'll
let you put on
also-
pads?
They will
while you
not let
watch?
me
Okay.
put on
All
pads.
right.
I don't want to put on pads.
Okay. just
I will also be
Hey,
down
Pat
in
can move his
Canton. Oh, I can still move. Don't play with me now. But I remember my football day.
You knew that'd make me feel.
when I got that when that shoulder wasn't attached anymore. But no, man, I will be down in Canton for the Hall of Fame game. So if
Oh,
you guys are going to
nice.
be down there as well, and for the Hall of Fame, if you guys are going to be down there as well, hit my line, hit my DMs, hit me on Twitter, and we're going to try and do some stuff down there. That's going to be fun, man. But for Mr. Media himself, Jordan JC, the super producer, Joel Holt, of course, rated R.
Rated R.
C-Dub on the ones and twos, and the man formerly known as Ringo J. Stefan the Don. It's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again, man. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Bear down. One love.